All right, welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live on this Friday morning. Let's take a look at shares of Coinbase after the company's latest earnings report last night, or we should call it a quarterly report last night. Stock up about 1.5%, had sold off initially in after hours, and then rose as much as 6% right as we got towards the opening bell. Things have leveled out here this morning, stock trading just below $270 per share. Let's talk a little bit more about Coinbase's latest quarter, about where the company stands in general. We're joined now by David Traynor. He's the CEO over at New Constructs. David, thanks for jumping on once again to talk about Coinbase. So as you see the company's quarter last night, does it change any of your thinking around where the company sits competitively within what's clearly a growing crypto market?
No, it doesn't at all. I think if anything, it supports the thesis that the margins and growth that they're enjoying now is going to be very short term. Competition is eating away at it even faster than expected, given the miss. And we think the valuation remains extremely elevated. And our thesis is coming true even faster.
Let's stay on that valuation. David, last time we talked to you in mid-April around the Coinbase IPO, you predicted that Coinbase is really worth $5 billion to $10 billion. Market cap right now is $50 billion. Off of the earnings last night, are you lowering your estimate below $5 billion, or do you see something higher?
No, I mean, I don't like to pretend I've got a crystal ball and know exactly what the value of a business is. There's so many dynamics that affect that. It's, really more of a relative call. But no, I think what we were saying in the beginning is true, is that this business will be commoditized. And I think, honestly, the underlying purpose of blockchain technology is not to make money for corporations, but to improve the prosperity of society. So I think it's a disintermediating technology that will not enrich companies like Coinbase. It will do the opposite. Coinbase's margins are due to be meaningfully reduced. And I think best case scenario is like maybe 5 or 10 billion.
David, I don't know what you do at your firm in terms of shorting. Are you short Coinbase?
No, we don't do any trading. We're an independent research firm.
Gotcha. So you just recommend the folks stay away from this. Is there anyone in this industry? It sounds like you think that the industry is just not attractive as a whole, or do you think it's specifically Coinbase? In other words, would you look at other, for example, if Robinhood comes public, and are there other trading firms who can do well in this space?
When you talk about space, if you're talking about blockchain as a space, I think it's extremely attractive. And I would recommend people looking at companies and businesses that are directly leveraging the blockchain technology. Like Coinbase has got a wallet technology based on blockchain, but otherwise the trades are done off-chain. So, and then with respect to the exchange business, Julie, it's really competitive. Robinhood had to kind of trick people into getting on board, right? I mean, they said the trades for free. We found out they weren't really for free in the way that they're being executed. It's a very competitive business, and competitive businesses tend to favor those with more scale, and it's going to be very difficult to get scale to match the Schwabs and the New York Stock Exchanges and the NASDAQs of the world. I mean, this is it's a very tight and competitive business, and I don't see a lot of potential for other exchanges now.
David, the Coinbase folks said they are going to bring in Dogecoin within 6 to 8 weeks. Is that something that could power or at least justify the valuation that Coinbase is getting in the market today?
No, you don't make a lot of money trading things. Like, for example, most people don't know that the Forex exchange market is like 2.4 quadrillion, or 35 times larger than the stock market, but we never talk about it. Why? Because there are no profits. Just because there's a big market for something doesn't mean there are profits to be made. And I think that's the point that people miss about blockchain. Yes, it's going to disrupt some really big markets, but what it's going to do is displace the role of the corporate middleman in a lot of those markets. So corporate profits as a percentage of societal gain are going to shrink because of blockchain, and society will benefit. That's the underlying purpose there. And so firms like Coinbase are they're kind of tricking you into thinking, oh, because we're blockchain, we're going to be real profitable. Well, the real truth about blockchain is that companies are going to be less profitable.
All right. Interesting stuff to consider as we continue to see the crypto markets mature. David Traynor, CEO at New Constructs. David, thanks for jumping on this morning.